Stop scrolling for just a moment, because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most important health messages you'll hear this year. Imagine this. You notice a small, itchy spot on your arm. Maybe it's been there for a few weeks, maybe even months. You scratch it absent-mindedly, thinking it's just dry skin, maybe a bug bite, nothing serious. But here's the truth most people don't realize. That tiny, irritating spot could be your body's way of whispering that something deeper is going on. And if you ignore it, that whisper could turn into a much louder, much more dangerous problem down the road. Every year, millions of people overlook small changes on their skin because they seem so ordinary. We're busy, we have lives to live, and it's easy to dismiss something that doesn't seem painful or urgent. But the skin is like the dashboard of your body. When a warning light starts blinking, you pay attention. That itchy patch might just be dryness, sure, but it could also be the very first sign of inflammation, infection, or even an early-stage skin cancer quietly developing without any other symptoms. The problem is, by the time many people finally go to the doctor, the condition has already advanced, when early action could have made all the difference. Think about it. Your skin is the largest organ in your body. It works 24/7, protecting you from bacteria, viruses, toxins, and the harsh outside world. It regenerates constantly, shedding dead cells and growing new ones. It keeps you safe, but it also communicates with you. When something changes on the surface, a spot darkens, a patch grows, a mole starts itching, it's often your immune system trying to tell you something isn't quite right. That little itch may seem like an annoyance, but sometimes it's actually an early alarm bell ringing. Now here's where it gets even more important, especially if you're over 50. As we age, our immune system slows down just a bit and our skin becomes thinner and more vulnerable. That means small things we could once shrug off might become bigger issues if we don't pay attention. An itch that lingers, a spot that changes shape, a patch that refuses to heal. These are signs your body wants you to notice. I want you to picture this clearly. You're getting ready in the morning, looking in the mirror, and you see that spot again. You have two choices. Ignore it and hope it goes away, or take action, get it checked, and know for sure. One of those choices could give you peace of mind. The other could delay you from catching something early, something that, if treated quickly, is often completely curable. That's why what we're talking about today matters so much. Because this isn't about fear. It's about awareness. It's about understanding that your skin is constantly giving you clues, and learning to read those clues can literally save your life. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to watch for, what's normal, what's not, and how to protect yourself starting right now. Our skin is not just something we see in the mirror or something we put lotion on. It is the largest organ in the human body, and it is constantly working to keep us alive. Think about that for a moment. Every second of every day, your skin is forming a barrier between you and the outside world. It keeps bacteria, viruses, and toxins out. It regulates your temperature, helps you sense the environment around you, and even produces important immune signals when something is wrong. So when an itchy spot, a rash, or a strange patch shows up, it's not random. It's your skin trying to communicate with you. It's a signal that something has changed, something you should pay attention to. Why does this matter so much? Because what seems small on the surface can often be the earliest sign of something much bigger happening beneath. A spot that itches could simply be dry skin, but it could also be inflammation triggered by an immune reaction. It might be a fungal infection slowly spreading. It could be a patch of psoriasis, signaling that your immune system is overactive. And yes, sometimes it is the very first sign of skin cancer, something that, when caught early, is over 95% curable. The earlier you catch these things, the easier they are to treat. Waiting too long can allow something that was once easily treatable to grow, spread, and become far more dangerous. The skin is like the body's early warning radar system. If your liver is struggling, if your immune system is suppressed, if there's chronic inflammation in your body, your skin will often show you first. That's why doctors sometimes say that the skin is a window to your overall health. It reflects what's happening inside. And if you learn to notice its signals, you can act before things get worse. And here's another reason this matters. As we age, we tend to think that small health changes are just part of getting older. We shrug off new aches, we ignore new spots, we assume it's nothing. But that mindset can delay us from getting care when it matters most. An itchy patch that you ignore for months could become an ulcerated lesion. A mole that changes color could be melanoma. Catching it now could save you pain, money, and even your life. When you think about it this way, that little itchy spot suddenly seems more important, doesn't it? This is not about panicking every time you see a freckle or scratch yourself. It's about being aware and giving your body the respect it deserves when it's trying to talk to you. Your skin is one of the most honest storytellers of your health, and when it starts telling you something over and over again, by itching, changing, or not healing, it's worth stopping, listening, and taking action. So now that we understand why paying attention to these changes matters, let's talk about what exactly you should be looking for. Your skin gives you clues, but you have to know how to read them. One of the simplest and most powerful tools you can use is the ABCDE rule, and once you learn it, you'll never forget it. Start with A for asymmetry. Look at the spot and imagine drawing a line down the middle. If one half looks very different from the other, that's a sign it may not be normal. Healthy moles and freckles are usually symmetrical. They match on both sides. When they don't, it's worth noting. Next is B for border. A harmless spot generally has smooth, even edges that are easy to trace. If the borders are jagged, blurred, or look like they are spreading outward unevenly, that's your skin waving a little red flag. Then there's C for color. Most harmless spots are just one shade of brown or tan. But if you see multiple colors, darker brown, black, red, blue, or even white areas, that could be a sign something abnormal is happening. The D stands for diameter. As a simple rule of thumb, anything bigger than the size of a pencil eraser should be checked, especially if it's growing. And finally, E for evolving. This is one of the most important ones because even a small spot can become dangerous if it starts to change. If it's getting larger, darker, itchier, or starts bleeding or crusting over time, that's a signal you don't want to ignore. But it's not just about moles or freckles. Sometimes it's a patch of rough, scaly skin that never quite heals. Sometimes it's a pink bump that itches at night. Sometimes it's just an area that keeps bothering you without a clear reason. The key is persistence. If it's been there for weeks and doesn't go away with moisturizer or over-the-counter creams, it's time to get it looked at. Here's something else to keep in mind. Not all problem spots are obvious to the naked eye. Some are hidden on the back, scalp, or behind the ears, places we don't check often. That's why doing a full skin check once a month is so valuable. Use a mirror, ask a partner or family member to help you with hard-to-see areas, and get familiar with what your normal skin looks like. That way, when something new appears, you'll notice it right away. It's also helpful to pay attention to how the spot feels. Itching is one signal, but pain, tenderness, or a burning sensation can also be important clues. And if you notice a sore that seems to heal and then come back in the same place, that's another reason to take it seriously. Your skin is speaking. It's up to you to listen carefully. Now let's talk about when to take that next step and actually see a doctor, because this is where so many people hesitate. It's natural to wonder, am I overreacting? What if it's nothing? But here's the thing. Getting checked doesn't just give you peace of mind, it gives you clarity. If it turns out to be nothing serious, you can breathe easier and move on. And if it does turn out to be something that needs treatment, you've caught it early, and that can make all the difference. So, when should you make that appointment? The simple answer is as soon as you notice something that doesn't look, feel, or behave like the rest of your skin. If you've got a spot that matches any of the ABCDE criteria, if it's been itching for weeks without relief, if it bleeds or scabs over and then comes back, don't wait. Call your primary care doctor or dermatologist and schedule an exam. Even if it turns out to be a harmless mole or eczema patch, you'll have the reassurance that you did the right thing. There's a saying in medicine, it's always better to rule out something serious early than to wait until it's advanced. A quick skin check can take less than 15 minutes, and many dermatologists can even use special tools like dermatoscopes to look beneath the surface of your skin, giving them a much clearer picture of what's happening. And if they see anything suspicious, they can do a simple biopsy, often right there in the office, to confirm exactly what it is. What's really empowering is that by being proactive, you're taking control of your health rather than waiting for a problem to control you. For many conditions, including skin cancer, early treatment is simple, effective, and has excellent outcomes. Delaying care, on the other hand, can mean more invasive treatments later, more stress, and higher risk. So think of seeing a doctor not as something scary, but as a gift you're giving yourself, the gift of certainty and peace of mind. And here's another point that's important to remember. This isn't just about you. When you make that appointment, you're setting an example for your loved ones. You're showing them that paying attention to health matters, that they should listen to their bodies too. Sometimes, sharing your story can encourage a friend or family member to get checked, and that could save their life as well. The goal here is not to live in fear of every itch or spot, but to be mindful and responsible. If something is new, changing, persistent, or just feels wrong to you, that's your cue. Listen to your intuition. Your body often knows when something needs attention long before the symptoms become severe. Trust that inner signal, take action, and give yourself the chance to stay healthy and strong. Now let's talk about something truly empowering, the fact that you have more control over your skin health than you might realize. Your skin isn't just affected by what happens on the outside, like sun exposure or pollution. It's deeply connected to what's happening inside your body, your immune system, your circulation, your hormones, and even what you eat every day. By making small, intentional choices, you can strengthen your skin's natural defenses, reduce irritation, and even lower your risk of developing serious conditions. One of the best places to start is with food. Your skin is made up of living cells that need nutrients to function at their best. A diet rich in colorful vegetables and fruits can flood your body with antioxidants that help fight inflammation and repair damage. Think about adding more tomatoes, blueberries, leafy greens, citrus fruits, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. These are packed with vitamins like A, C, and E, which are known to support skin repair and boost collagen production, the protein that keeps your skin strong and youthful. Healthy fats are another key. Foods like salmon, sardines, walnuts, and flax seeds are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which keep your skin supple and can calm inflammation that sometimes triggers itching and redness. Hydration is another simple but powerful step. Your skin cells are like tiny balloons. They need water to stay plump and function properly. When you're dehydrated, your skin can become dry, flaky, and more prone to irritation. Aim to drink water consistently throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Herbal teas and water-rich foods like cucumbers and melons can also help keep you hydrated from the inside out. Movement plays an underrated role too. When you exercise, you increase blood flow, which delivers oxygen and nutrients to your skin and helps carry away waste products. Even gentle activities like walking, stretching, or swimming can boost circulation and support skin health. And don't underestimate the power of sleep. During deep rest, your body produces growth factors that repair cells, including skin cells, so getting 7 to 8 hours a night can literally give you a healthier glow. Of course, protecting your skin on the outside is important too. Use sunscreen daily, even if it's cloudy, because UV rays can penetrate through clouds and windows. Moisturize regularly to keep your skin barrier strong, especially after bathing when skin can lose moisture quickly. And make it a habit to check your skin once a month in good lighting. Stand in front of a mirror, look closely at your arms, legs, torso, and use a hand mirror for harder to see places like your back. When you do this regularly, you'll start to notice what's normal for you, and that makes it much easier to spot changes early. These steps aren't about perfection, they're about giving your skin what it needs to do its job and keeping you healthier overall. By caring for your body from the inside out, you're creating the best possible environment for your skin to stay resilient, strong, and ready to protect you. So here's where it all comes together. This is the moment to take what you've just learned and turn it into action. Because knowledge without action is just information, but knowledge with action has the power to change and even save lives. I want you to take just a few minutes today, right after watching this, to really look at your skin. Not just a quick glance, but a careful check. Stand in front of a mirror, use good light, and pay attention to the places you usually ignore. Your back, the backs of your legs, behind your ears, even your scalp. If you notice a spot that's new, a patch that hasn't healed, or something that keeps itching no matter what you do, make a note of it. Take a picture on your phone so you can compare it later. Then, make a promise to yourself to take that next step if you see something that doesn't look right. Call your doctor, schedule a skin check, and give yourself the peace of mind that comes with knowing for sure. This isn't about being afraid. It's about being empowered. It's about saying, my health matters. My life matters. I'm worth the 5 minutes it takes to check. Every time you take a proactive step like this, you're not just protecting your skin, you're taking control of your future. I also want you to think about the people you love, your parents, grandparents, siblings, friends. They might have spots they've been ignoring too. Share this message with them. Encourage them to do their own skin check. Have a conversation about it over dinner or on the phone. Sometimes it takes just one reminder, one caring voice to push someone to finally make that appointment they've been putting off. And if that one reminder catches something early, you may have just given them more years of health and happiness. And let's make this more than just a one-time thing. Build a habit of checking your skin every month. Put a reminder on your calendar or phone so you don't forget. Just like brushing your teeth or taking your vitamins, this is a small act that can have a huge impact over time. The earlier you notice a change, the simpler the solution usually is. Finally, remember that your skin is a living, breathing organ that is constantly renewing and repairing itself, but it needs you to be its partner. When you nourish your body, stay hydrated, protect yourself from the sun, and listen to the signals your skin gives you, you're doing more than preventing disease. You're honoring the incredible system that keeps you safe every single day. And that's one of the most powerful, loving choices you can make for yourself and the people who care about you.